I want to have some fun today and build an antenna. It's kind of reminiscent of my first base antenna. I bought it out of the 1975 Radio Shack catalog. It was a quarterwave groundplane for 11 meters, $12.95 in 1975, and I bought that thing. It was on the back, I was on the second floor bedroom. It was out in the back window. I had a pole up there, and that was my first home base antenna for the base station that I had, a Navajo base station. It's a lot of fun. So I want to build something reminiscent of that. So I've got this on, I got it on AliExpress. I went back and looked for it, and they're out of them. I'll put a link to, I think I've seen one on eBay. At least you can go search for it. But what this thing is, this is M10. This goes into my tripod that I've got for like the JPC type antennas, and it fits in there. An M10 on the top, and it's got M10 threads, all around it. So what I'm going to do is use the red feed point, ground plane, whatever. These things are real popular. I've done a couple videos on it as well. I'm going to put this and screw it on like that, like such. Use some M10 telescopic whips and build a quarterwave ground plane that I can lift up high. Now I'm at Second Beach. This is actually Middletown, or maybe Newport, kind of in between. They call this a Newport Beach. It's not actually in the city of Newport. I've done a video from First Beach. This is Second Beach. I'm going to build this thing and put it up, and we're going to see if it works. Let's give it a shot. Okay, here we go. Put it together. This is, there's the feed point. I've got these all tuned and measured out. The nice thing about these whips, they come with like the JPC 750 or such. They all have marks on them. They're pre-tuning marks. So I've got it tuned for 20 meters. Now it is windy. I have my Chelegats tripod here, and I purchased the weight for the bottom of it. That's full of water, so it should weigh, I don't know, 45, 50 pounds. Cubic foot of water is 64 pounds. Ask me how I know that. I design ships for a living, and I make steel float. So there you go. So I'm going to lift it up. I just want to show you. I might have to come down a little bit on the size of these radials. Man, I've got them a full quarter wavelength. I could bring them down to an eighth wavelength. Probably wouldn't have the performance that I'm going to get, but as you can see, man, the wind is blowing. The ocean's just on the other side of that dune right there. So it might get some protection from that, but let me get it lifted up in the air. Okay, I made a decision and moved it to the other side of the Jeep to prop that base up in there. I tell you what, this antenna is huge, and I may have to shorten up the radials. It's not pretty right now. It's got quite a bit of a tilt to it, but playing around with it, I brought it down and wedged it in there in front of the Jeep fender there, and put the weight on this side. So let's hope it holds for a little bit. This is for 20 meters. 10's not open yet. That's really what I want to do. We'll see how it goes on. Maybe take it down to 15 if 15's open, make it a smaller antenna, but let's give it a shot. And to give you a better idea, see, there's the dune. And there it is. There's the antenna. Wow. Wow. Let's go see what happens. Okay, here in my Jeep, I'm using my Yaesu FT710. Got to be honest, the SWR was not perfect. It wasn't great, so I'm going to be using the tuner to tune the antenna, which it did. It tuned it, so let's see if we can make some contacts.
CQ, Florida QSO party, November Alpha 4, Delta Alpha.
Kilo 4, Oscar, Golf, Oscar.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf, Oscar 59, Marion County, MAO.
You are 59, Rhode Island, Romeo, India.
Thank you very much for Rhode Island, 73. Thanks, November 4 Echo.
Kilo 4, Oscar, Golf, Oscar.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf, Oscar, 59 Lake.
59, Rhode Island.
Thanks, and November 4 Echo. Kilo 4 QSO party, Kilo 4 Tango.
Kilo 4, Oscar, Golf, Oscar.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf, Oscar, you 59 Escambia.
59, Rhode Island.
QSO, thank you. Kilo 4 QSO party, Kilo 4 Tango.
Okay, 20 meters is just packed with the Florida QSO party.
which is cool, but I like to work DX. But what I did, I'm still going to stay on the 20-meter band. I reduced the radials down to 1/8 of a wave. So they're about 8 foot 3 inches long each. So I want to try it and just see how the radials work. Instead of being a quarter wavelength long, they're 1/8 of a wavelength long. And I tell you what, the antenna looks better, and looks a little bit more manageable as well. So let's get in now, and I'll check. I also trimmed up the vertical a little bit. It looked like I was a little short, so I lengthened it just a bit, the upper driven element. See if that improves my SWR.
Taxi Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Oscar, you're 5'9", Hernando.
You're 5'9", Rhode Island.
Roger, thank you for Rhode Island. QRZ Kilo 4 Sugar.
Okay, it's set up and tuned for the 15-meter band. While the wind is blowing, sandbag and the Jeep seem to be holding the mast up. But you can see how hard the wind is just blowing coming off the ocean. See how 15 does.
Taking forward to QSO Party, November 4, Italy. November 4, Italy.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf Oscar.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf Oscar, you're 5'9", Citrus.
You're 5'9", Rhode Island.
73 QRZ, November 4, Italy.
Well, just more of the lovely Sunshine State on 15. Look, 10 doesn't appear to be open when you look at the maximum usable frequency right now, but I can hear people on it. So I went ahead and I want to see what it looks like, what it feels like to have it up for 10 meters. And I really think this is what this antenna would be made for. The size, easier to manage. Even though it's windy as heck, you can see it's not blowing around anywhere near like it was before. Like I said, I don't know if I can make any contacts. I'm not sure if the band's open. I can hear people, but I'm sure that's people with a lot of power that are punching through. We'll see. Let's just see if we can do something on the 10-meter band.
Like I said, 10 meters. You see a couple blips there, but there's really nothing happening on 10 meters. So just wanted to see. It was it tuned. Everything's fine, but yeah, not going to do anything right now on 10 meters here.
Okay, here's something I wanted to try out on 20 meters. I've got it tuned for 20 meters or measured out for 20 meters. This is an L shape, like an L-shaped dipole, I guess, the vertical, and then one radial in the L shape. It is pointing due south out towards the ocean there. But I really want to see how this works as well. I guess we could call that an L-shaped dipole or a single radial. I don't know, but we're going to give it a try and get back on 20 meters with it.
QSL, and you are 5'9" into Rhode Island.
Thank you for the 459 in Rhode Island. Thank you for the...
Kilowatt 4 Oscar Golf Oscar, is that a Roger?
Roger, you're 5'9", Rhode Island.
Thank you for Rhode Island from Kilowatt 4 Oscar Golf Oscar. This is November 4 Sierra. This will be 5920. Sierra Uniform Whiskey QSL.
QSL, thank you. Have a great day. 73.
You too, 73. This is November 4 Sierra. QRZ.
Well, let's talk about it. I enjoyed that. It was a fun experiment. There is a whole lot of Sunshine State on the bands today. I was kind of hoping I'd get down here. I went straight to 14238, which is usually the Southern Cross net. I got here somewhat early, and someone was already parked there calling CQ for the Florida QSO party. And the band was just every band, 20, 15, even I went over to 18. It was Florida, which is cool. It's a great thing for them. It got some people out operating and doing it. Really not a great time to test an antenna because everybody gets a 5'9", so I really don't have a true assessment. But and there at the end, trying the L shape, that was cool. I wanted to do that as well. Fun little toy, little gadget. If you have like any of the Chinese type, the JPC type antennas or whatever, it's worth it. It's not very expensive, and you can do a lot with it. You can put some other smaller threads also for some other type of antennas. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I experimented with it. Would I make this my everyday, all the time portable antenna? Not enough juice for the squeeze for me, man. It was a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work to get that thing up, and every time I change bands, bring it back down, measure, check it. And I'll be honest with you, I never nailed the SWR on it. I just used the tuner with the, so obviously it was close enough because the Yaesu tuner did its job, and so it was like, it was under the original SWR was under 3-to-1 for that to work. So yeah, it was a fun experiment, and I'm glad I tried it. Like I said, if for the price and if you want to play around, yeah, I would say go get one of these. If you're looking for an everyday, say the POTA Performer or whatever you want to call it, that you're going to use every day, this is not that antenna. But there's other things I want to do with it and play around and experiment as well. So I'll put a link to, this is not the one I got this from. I got this off of AliExpress. I'll put a link to the one I found. I found one on eBay now. I don't know if it's what's going on with tariffs or whatever, but I can't find one of these right now as this video is going on AliExpress there. But yeah, I think it's aluminum, spun aluminum. It's pretty easy. These are everywhere. I've done a couple videos on them. The one question I keep getting asked about, which side's the ground side. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little tab right there. That's the bottom side. That's the ground side of this. I've had some fun with these. I've got 2 of them. Really fun. Shameless self-promotion time. My book. I'll put a link below at the very bottom if you're interested in my my antenna sketchbook. This is all for wire antennas and activations I've made, some little bit of you know, I modeled them. I've got some stuff in it, even some fun stuff, the slinky antenna, how to build that, just fun. And then at the end, I know some people don't like this, but just like my videos, at the end I do a little 1-page review of a cool little coastal place I've had some seafood at as well. So if you're interested in that, yeah, that's it's out there. I'm happy with it. A lot of people seem to be happy with it as well. It's available from the American Radio Relay League. It will be available on Amazon soon. I'll put the ARRL link below for that. And as soon as I get the Amazon link, I'll go back and add it to all the videos as well. Speaking of food and places that I like to go, well, I'm done here for the day, and I think I'm going to go find me you know, another spot to have me a little bit of seafood. And there's a couple great places here. I'm right by Newport. Let's go give it a shot.
Okay, this place looks pretty salty, real salty. Looking forward to it. Flo's Clam Shack. This place has been here since 1936, so kind of an institution here locally. I love it. I'm gonna go in here and try some great stuff here from Flo's Clam Shack. Look at that. It's been on Travel Channel, Food Network. And now it's going to be on Coastal Waves and Wires.
Okay, here we go, parking around back. We'll find our way inside. This place is during the summer, from what I understand, you can just order right up here on the deck. Got a raw bar upstairs and a restaurant downstairs. Not sure what we're going to do that. I'd probably eat downstairs for sure, but what a cool place, really cool place. And yeah, as you can see, this is the summertime Clam Shack outdoor thing, so you could order and then head right over there. That's Easton Beach. Did a video from there a couple weeks ago there. That's or what's called First Beach. I was at Second Beach this morning here, but here, let's go inside.
This place is great. Love the vibe, really do. Ordered up front there, so I got my order, and waiting for him to call me out here. And like I said, the raw bar is upstairs. I'm just going to eat down here, and I'm hungry. I haven't had anything to eat yet today. Here you can see outside, you can see the beach. Really cool. All right, I'll show you what I got here in just a second. Okay, I might have bitten off a little more than I can chew. I got the fisherman's platter. Holy cow. So that's fried clams, clam strips, calamari, shrimp, scallops, fish. I got a clam cake with that as well. That's what that is. Got some Rhode Island clear chowder, and I will definitely be, I'm not eating all that. I will get a go box to take half of this home. This will be lunch as well as dinner tonight, but let's dig in. Wow, this chowder is just absolutely amazing. I've been eating it. I hardly put a dent in this, but it's great. Good shrimp in here as well with some cocktail sauce. The fish, it just falls apart. It's so good. I'm enjoying it. There's some interesting information on this place. 1936, I guess it was built. 38, it got blown out by the Great Hurricane of 38. Hurricane Carol in 1954 took it out. Donna in 1960 blows it down again. Hurricane Gloria in 1985, I remember that. I was in Virginia. That one hit us as well. 91, Bob. So this thing has gone through some hurricanes and got some history to it. But I'm going to eat a little bit more and try to do what I can. But this is definitely going in a to-go box for dinner as well. And man, what a great choice I made. This place is awesome.
Wow, what a great stop. I like that place. Food was great. The portions, oh my gosh, I 3 people could have eaten. That thing's heavy. I still have dinner. I don't know if I'll finish it all for dinner tonight. That was amazing. Really great. Great stop. Flo's Clam Shack here as we're getting right into Newport, Rhode Island, right at First Beach or Easton's Beach. Whew, that was good. And I was like, even me, I like to eat a lot. That was just more than I could even get down. It was crazy, but fun place to stop. Had a great day today. Enjoyed experimenting with that antenna. Even at the end, putting it in the L shape there at the end was pretty cool. And you know, playing around. Florida QSO Party just dominating the bands here today. It's a Sunday. And hey, it is what it is. Good for them. I hope they're enjoying it. And I hope everyone in Florida that's out there is having a great time, making a lot of contacts. I'm kind of a DXer, you know, that's what I like to do. So yeah, it is what it is. I still enjoyed putting that together and playing around with it. And getting out and having some fun like this as well, and having a great meal for a great seaside place. And like I said, this one is just amazing as well. Hey, if you're into amateur radio, HF amateur radio, 11 meters, building antennas, playing mostly voice on SSB on the bands, please like and subscribe. That's what I do. I like to get out and get by the seashore, build an antenna, and have some fun. Till next time, I'm Salty Walt, K4OGO. Stay salty, my friends.